Hey everybody, it's Brian, the home loan and real estate guy. I'm on my way to go meet some clients, but I wanted to talk about a friend of mine who I met last night, who reached out to me. He saw my video about our home equity line of credit program, our fast and easy equity line. And he goes, hey man, I just want to let you know I need your help. I have quite a bit of credit card debt. I'm paying super high interest. He's got like 6 credit cards paying anywhere from 16 to 26% interest on his credit cards. I actually think he has one that's like 28% interest. And he was just, basically surviving, right? Just making the minimum monthly payments because the payments were so high and he wasn't really chipping away at that debt. So he saw my video, he reached out. I went over to his house last night, we sat down, we ran the numbers, and in one night, we processed the entire equity line. It was actually within the matter of an hour. So that's why I wanted to do this video, because I wanted to reach out to everybody and let them know that not only do we have this super cool program that you can consolidate all your debt into a very low interest rate payment, one payment, but the process of doing this is super fast and very simple and easy. And honestly, it only took us an hour. From start to finish, we got the whole application done. We verified his income, we verified his ID, and we got all the way to the end where he's just waiting around now for a notary to give him a call. So he should be actually hearing from a notary by tomorrow. So that's why I wanted to do this video, because I wanted to reach out and let everybody know this guy is saving $1,000 a month, right? That's huge, $1,000 a month. So I told him, I said, there's a couple steps to this process. One, let's consolidate that debt, right? Let's smash it into a low interest rate, one payment. And then the savings, that $1,000 a month, take that savings and apply it back to the principal balance of the new loan. So not only do we want to consolidate and save, but we want to work on eliminating the debt. That's got to be the goal, right? The forward-thinking goal is we just don't want to save you money. We want to eliminate that debt. And this program is perfect for that. So again, I just want to get on and share not only about the process, but how much you can save, and then what you can do with that savings by applying it back. Some people, they'll split the savings, right? They'll say, hey, I'm saving $1,000 a month. I'm going to put $500 in the bank and build a little nest egg, and then I'm going to take the $500 and chip away at the debt. You can do that too. But again, I just wanted to touch base that this program is helping a lot of people who are in debt, who have a lot of credit card debt, they have auto loan debt, they're paying anywhere from, 15 to 30% interest on personal loans, credit cards, auto loans. So if you're in this situation, don't feel bad, right? Because this was another thing, he goes, I've known this guy for a while, and he's like, hey man, he goes, I'll just be honest, I didn't want to call you. He's like, I was embarrassed. I got myself back into this situation, and, it's not anything to be embarrassed about, right? The economy is not as good as, what everybody thinks it is, right? Inflation is still pretty high. The cost of goods is high. It's super costly. It's expensive to live right now. So, don't, if you have debt, don't be embarrassed by that debt. It's just, what is going on, right? The costs of living. I mean, myself included, right? Like, I have a good buddy, Nathan. We always talk back and forth about the economy, and we talk about our financial position and our goals and, where we want to go in life. And we always talk about how the hell do people afford to live? Right? Like, how do people afford to live, especially in Southern California? With current house prices and current rates and the cost of gas, the cost of insurance. If you live anywhere near a hillside, then you have the fire insurance, and it's just like, it's all these expenses, right? The medical care. You know, I think Nathan pays like $1,500 to $2,000 a month just in medical care, right? He's self-employed, so that's why it's kind of high. So, I mean, just the cost of living it's so expensive. So, you know, if you're a homeowner and you got kids and, you know, you're trying to get by, you know, you got soccer games and, you know, your kids involved in activities and, you know, a lot of people are just scraping by, right? And sometimes they need some help. So that's what this program is for. It's meant to help those people kind of get through the tough economy that we're in. And why is this fading out? Oh, let's fade out. Sorry. My phone just kind of like dimmed. Hopefully it's still recording. Yeah, anyways. So, you know, if you're in this situation where you're struggling to get by, you know, you're not really saving any money, you've drained your banking account, one, don't be embarrassed, don't be ashamed. It's just the product of what is happening in the economy right now with, you know, inflation. I know inflation CPI report just came out today that inflation dropped a little bit, but, you know, I see the grocery bill, I see the gas bill. Don't tell me inflation's went down. I'm living it day to day. I don't really trust in all the government reporting anyways. So I'm not going to spew off into that. But again, if you have a lot of debt, you know, there's ways that you can manage that debt. And that's what I do. You know, I always tell everybody, you know, I'm a problem solver, right? I'm not just a mortgage loan officer. I'm here to solve problems with real estate. Okay, so if you have a financial problem, call me. Let's look at how we can adjust your debt, how we can utilize the equity in your home to adjust that debt, restructure that debt, consolidate, much lower rate, use the savings, pay it down and eliminate it, and then take all of that savings and start building on it, right? Putting that savings into high interest rate savings accounts, money market accounts. There's a lot of things that people can do if they just tweak, a little tweak here and there, right? But it's knowing how to do that. And one, you know, don't be embarrassed by the debt. Don't be ashamed if you're in a situation where you've accumulated debt. You're not the only one. I get phone calls every day. People call me and they're $30, $40, $50, $60, $70, $80, $90, $100,000 in debt. So it's, you know, things can get out of hand. The economy's been rough. Inflation is still running high, you know. So just know that I am here for you if you're in a situation and you want to explore this fast and easy equity line. So I'm going to kind of pivot now and talk about that fast and easy equity line. I touched base on it in the beginning, but when I say fast and easy, I'm really talking fast and easy. Within 1 hour, we were able to pull the data. We found out what his house was appraised for. We processed his credit report. It was a soft credit report pull too. So no hard inquiry, no ding to the score. And then we saw the available equity. We saw the different loan options, rates, terms, you know, 15, 20, 30-year rates that went from, you know, 10 to 12%, depending on how much equity you're pulling out, based on your credit score. If you have a lower credit score and you're not tapping all your equity out, you can actually get rates as low as 7.5%. So yeah, we were able to find out all this information, okay, and then submit the loan application. While we submitted the loan application, we went on the next step, which was verifying income. So by the way, there's no actual hard documentation that you have to supply. When we submit the application, the borrower gets a link in their email. And there's one of three ways that we verify income. You either connect the application directly to your payroll provider. So let's say your payroll provider is ADP. You just log into ADP and you connect the application to ADP. It instantly reads your pay stub and says the amount you told us you make, we verified, and the loan's instantly approved. Or if you're self-employed, you can verify it through your bank accounts. So you just connect the application directly to your bank. It reads the last 6 to 12 months of deposits only. And then it says, okay, the amount you told us, we can see the deposits in here, loans instantly approved. Or you can use your tax returns. So if you have an ID.me account, you just connect your ID.me account with the application. It goes in, instantly reads your W-2s, your 1099s, your tax returns, and voila, you're done. And all of it is instant. Literally, the moment you connect it, it instantly reads it. So you don't have to worry about gathering pay stubs and bank statements and W-2s and tax returns. You don't have to, get all the mortgage statements and property insurance statements. There's none of that. All it cares about is, do you make enough money to qualify carrying your first mortgage and then consolidating your debt? And that's it. So we just have to income verify. There's no employment verification whatsoever. And then the next step, right when that's done, is you just take your ID and you put it up to your phone or your computer. It scans your ID and says, yep, that's who you are. You verified who you are. The next stage is you just wait for a notary to call you. On the back end, they're just processing the title report to make sure that, you don't have any additional liens on title. Just double checking to make sure you are who you are. But that is done within 24 hours. And then after that is completed, you get a email from a notary and you virtually e-sign your loan docs. So you don't even have to wait for a notary to come to your house and sign in person. Everything is done online. We literally processed this application from start to finish. I don't want to give it away. We processed the application from start to finish within 1 hour in his home. And that was it. No documentation. We did everything on the phone. So, again, when I say fast and easy, this is what I'm talking about. It is extremely fast, extremely easy. He's going to have all the cash that he needs by next Friday. It'll be in his bank, and his credit cards will be paid off. And then he'll be along his way, saving $1,000 a month. So, again, just wanted to share this with you, let you know that I am here for you. So if you ever have questions, you ever need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. Brian, the home loan and real estate guy, your one-stop shop for all things real estate. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.